No surprise, perhaps, in the news that North Korea isn't revealing everything it should. It's a state almost defined by secrecy. But President Trump is due to meet Kim Jong-un again for another nuclear summit in around 4 weeks. So the failure to disclose this critical missile site, or any site, means the key question for the summit and the year is, can you ever really trust North Korea? It's the missile site North Korea doesn't want the world to see. New satellite images show entrances to bunkers, shelters, headquarters buildings. But its existence has never been declared. Not in 7 months of talks since President Trump's summit with Kim Jong-un. Even though it's a base that's developed the medium-range missiles that threaten US forces and Japan. North Korea made a show of blowing up the entrance to one base last year, but keeps around 20 others secret, say researchers.
They're trying to trade things that they did either in the past that they no longer need, like old test sites, while leaving capabilities like these completely untouched.
Kim Jong-un is now preparing for a second summit with President Trump next month.
Kim Jong-un is looking very forward to it, and so am I. We have made a lot of progress as far as denuclearization is concerned.
But North Korea has declared nothing so far. No missiles, no sites, no nuclear warheads.
We cannot negotiate denuclearization over things they have not declared, like these missile sites.
Nothing declared by North Korea, despite talking secretly to the CIA for 10 years. Former Deputy Director Michael Morell visiting Pyongyang twice. A covert channel, first reported by the Wall Street Journal and confirmed to NBC News by US officials. Kim is talking to the Chinese, preparing for more US summit pressure while still developing weapons, officials say, adding to his arsenal, but showing no signs of destroying it. Well, that summit with President Trump will likely take place towards the end of next month. No word yet where or whether the US is demanding an inventory of these new sites or, of course, any sign that the North Koreans might come clean.